Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of E&Ftv, and we are back with the Edwards and Finn Hot Wings Challenge. As you would have known from my LinkedIn page, you will know Khristina is here to actually take this on. I can't quite believe she said yes, but
I'm wondering too.
everyone does as soon as we get to this bit. It's always a quick yes when it's via text or email, but as soon as we get here, it's oh no.
I tried to buy my time. I tried to buy my time for so long. You know that.
Yeah. I noticed. So we have got some new hot sauces. So usually we had some other ones from around the world. This time we've got a hot sauce from a particular reseller in Ireland, right? Khristina, do you want to tell us a bit about them actually?
Mixed Chili is actually a small company based in Wicklow. They're really cool. They grow everything themselves. I've been having their chili sauces for a very long time. COVID, these guys were my savior. Whenever everyone was getting deliveries from Amazon and everywhere else, I was getting sauces every week. So yeah,
Love it.
Cool.
So you became their best customer basically.
Well, I've got a lot of sauces. I've got a practice them, so
understood. So big shout out to Mixed Chilies. These I've already tasted two of them and they are pretty awesome. So we already know the rules of the game. So 7 questions, 7 wings, 7 sauces, going from basically mild all the way through to the really hot stuff at the end. Just a bit of a safety check then. So do you have your milk, yogurt, or any sort of creamy substance to try and get you through this? Yep, good.
Yeah.
You've got your water, good. And the all-important some sort of paper towel to save you from good. The biggest
I have wet wipes.
Oh no way, there you go. So the big thing though, for goodness sake, do not touch your eyes during this, because I've done it in the past and I've spent the rest of the episode literally crying, and then afterwards trying to frantically wash my eyes out. So that's the safety stuff out of the way. Without further ado, let's kick off with the first question. Right, because this is what people are here to see. They don't want to see us talking away. They want to see us doing this. So, first wing is the spicy barbecue. Okay, so we're starting off nice and mild. Let's give it a go.
I've been so excited about these since like 10 o'clock this morning.
I've literally not eaten lunch because of it. Right, perfect. I didn't put anything down. Here we go. Right. First one. Good. It's got a kick.
It's really nice. Yeah, it's got a nice kick. It's got a barbecue.
Yeah. Bit of a Jack Daniels sort of vibe to it as well. First question is, Khristina, tell us about your job at Planet, okay? Or tell us about Planet and your job there. And of course, sort of your favorite thing about what you do.
So Planet is a big sales corporation that deals with PMS, payments, and hotel software, TV and Wi-Fi. We're that one-stop shop for anyone who wants everything for hospitality, but we also do with retail.
Yeah.
I am a global key account director, so I manage a lot of the large chains. Luckily, one of the chains I actually worked with in the past, so it's great to be able to be in touch with my colleagues on a regular basis. It's like I'm still part of the team with them, so it's like it's super. One of my best things, my favorite thing about what I do is I educate hoteliers on tech stack, and I'm able to encourage them to take that leap either to the cloud or look at fully integrated tech stacks, and also change how hospitality is looking and shaping with technology, because that's something when I was working in hotels, they just struggled to do. Yeah. So it's really cool to give that advice and be able to kind of guide them and handhold them through it. For me, I'm not just I'm a salesperson in a way, but I'm a huge farmer. And you know me for years, Tom. I'm very much a relationship person. And I'm always there for everyone. So for me, I would never, push anything that I would never 100% back myself. And that's why I'm so proud to work with Planet and the people that I work with.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And again, I remember you pretty much creating from our old revenue hacks days anyway, sexy tech. You were always the tech, and now you're obviously in it. And I love that. And again, you're still very much that big part of the industry. And I always are seeing your stuff on LinkedIn in terms of the different people you work with. And of course, we know a lot of the same people as well. So it's always awesome to see what you guys are doing. And I did not realize, and this might be incredibly naive of me, I did not realize how much stuff Planet is involved in. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many arms they had.
It's really surreal, and Planet all came together last year because it was an acquisition of a few different companies.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool to bring in 5 different companies into together to actually create this one synergy to be able to just revolutionize hospitality and how brands, chains, and independent hotels look at their stacks. And how they look at the consumer and how the consumer is buying items right now. Because again, look at Alipay, WeChat, phone tapping. I never pay for anything in cash anymore. I don't even carry my credit card around. I just use Apple Pay the whole time, even for like bookings, 200, 300 euro a night in a hotel. That's what the touchless, contactless is about. And that's where we're here to revolutionize hotels and how they see it.
Absolutely. It's a funny one. Bit of a shout out to Mr. Steve Dow, but every time I see anybody comment something on LinkedIn where it's, hi guys, need help with this, or hi guys, does anyone know anybody for this? Every time Steve's like, yeah, we can. We can.
But it's true. And it's been great having Steve part of the team, because Steve only joined this year, late last year into this year. So it's been super, super cool working with him. Because again, everyone that works in our industry, we've been passing ships for years at trade shows or at events. And it's really cool to be able to kind of work with people now, like even B from Revenue Hacks. She works with me on my team. I've been tormenting her for a year and vice versa. So yeah, it's really
shout
cool.
out to B as well. Shout out to B as well.
Yes.
So your background, obviously hospitality. What is it you love most about hospitality? But before you answer that, the next one, the IPA hot sauce of Foam and Fury, because I believe this is actually your favorite one.
Yes, and I actually took out the original bottle, not the one that you have. I actually have the original bottle as well.
An OG.
This is the OG. It's actually a tie-in with a brewery from Galway, where I'm from. And oh my God, it's amazing. We used to go to their restaurant here in the city, and we used to get like 1 kilo, 2 kilos of wings, 2 steaks, sirloin steaks, loads of sides, and a bottle of wine for 25 or 30 euros before COVID, well before COVID. But yeah, epic.
That's good. Now that's got a bit more of a kick. Oh my God, that's good. Woo!
But you get that, you can get that kind of like beer aftertaste. You get that aged barrel aftertaste. It's so good.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right, we're stepping it up. So yes. So what do you love about the hospitality industry? Go.
I love that we are people. We love people. We love to talk to people. And it's, you know what, hospitality is it's either there for you or it's not. And that's where people really are shaped within the industry. No 2 days are the same. We're always under pressure. And I think it's really a testament to each person individually how they deal with hospitality. And you've seen how the industry has changed in the last 5 to 6 years, even in the last 3 years with COVID. Prior to COVID, we all worked crazy hours. We gave up so much of our time. I'm a huge workaholic. I'm the first one to admit it. And I used to spend more time in the hotel than I would have actually at home. Because it's like a home away from home for me. And I think that that's what's changed. And I like how the industry is changing now and shaping, where there's a lot more focus on a work-life balance. But it's also people are becoming nicer to the people that work in hotels. And it's becoming a little bit more laid back and chilled. We're starting to see a huge kind of push again in the lifestyle type properties, but you can see it as well in luxury. The luxury market is slowly shifting to being more of a vibe style luxury than actually being the old suits, shirts and ties and hello, miss and mister. They're really embracing technology now to be that, you know, contactless, cool and groovy, but still giving you the luxury feel.
It's definitely going down that lifestyle route, isn't it? It's one of those where, and it doesn't need to sacrifice the luxury end of it. It's just a case of moving with the times. I know that's such a simplistic way of putting it, but it's true. I think one of the things that I've really fell in love with more recently is definitely the community aspect. I feel like that's been enhanced and amplified to a point where I don't think I ever experienced it before. I think, again, our good friend Susie puts it so beautifully. It's that, like, your tribe, like that tribe element is just so real and apparent now more than ever. And people genuinely just want to take care of each other, which is so awesome, because very rarely do you find that in any industry, not just this one, but any industry, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can even see it now, you know, even during COVID, when we were all out of jobs and we were all sitting at home.
Well, yeah.
And we all kept in contact with each other, and we had Zooms as big groups of us kind of nitty gritty and chatting just to make sure everyone's okay. And, you know, I've made some really amazing friends because of COVID. And I always still link in with them just to make sure that they are okay, even if we see each other at events, because you know what, we are a very unique set of people.
Yeah.
And to use, you know, Liam Neeson, we've got a unique set of skills. We love to talk. So, you know.
And you got to get in the Irish bit somewhere, right?
Absolutely. But we are unique in how we operate and how we think, and we are very unique as well in the skills that we have, because we are masters of being able to manage everything, control different conflict situations, but also be able to kind of, you know, have that one-to-one with your teams and be able to like put everyone at ease. Yeah, it's really cool, and that's why I love the industry.
Absolutely, couldn't agree with you more. Now, you're known, as I said earlier, and as I alluded to earlier, you're a tech freak. You love tech. Everything's tech. Everything's gadgets. Every time I see your Instagram, it's usually got something in there that's got something to do with either the NFL or tech or food. When we're going to be covering all three of them. But the first thing being tech. What's the situation in your house? Because I imagine you just walk in and lights turn on, or you know, there's mood stuff going on. There's music. There's speakers in the walls. What is it like in the tech lady's house?
So yeah, we are very tech oriented. Funny story. I was never a huge tech person. For years.
Really?
Do you know what's hilarious? If anyone actually spoke to me years ago, when I was in university, I used to whip the battery out of the back of the laptop just to make it work again. Yeah. And my mother always thinks that that's brilliant to be able to bring it up, given the fact that I consulted technology for the last 6 or 7 years. So yeah. And I always had the same phone.
We didn't eat the wing.
Oh.
Don't try and get away with this.
Oh no. This one has a K&N kick.
That's so good.
I told you wouldn't regret these. Oh my god, that's after hitting there.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's got a kick. And I think we're going to start feeling it once we step into this one. They're just going to get odder.
The junior is okay, but everything else now after that is going to be, because we've had this one, it's probably just going to be amplified. Wrong way of doing it. Wrong way. Yeah.
Go on.
So my house is very much tech orientated. Yeah. My husband is huge into technology. He changes phones quicker than he probably washes dishes. No, he washes dishes every day. It's great. But he is a huge tech person. He works for a tech firm as well. He works for a phone company. So in my house, everything is controlled by the Wi-Fi. So when Wi-Fi goes down, our whole life is destroyed. My statement when I go back to my mum's house, especially in Galway, is, and my family's home, is it's barbaric that we have to turn the lights on and off the switches. That's my statement. So and yeah, we've got Google speakers dotted around the house. Everything is smart in the house, including our fridge. We've got one of those knock-on things as well.
Right. Okay.
But I will say that there's an embargo on me being able to buy any new gadgets. I'm not allowed any new air fryers, barbecues, anything. That's
anything,
it. Just no,
nothing.
not until I figure out my life and figure out where to put them.
I was going to say, is this to do with space as well as anything else? I take it.
I've got loads of counter space. I'm looking for it. But no, I do have a lot of cooking gadgets. I am a huge cook, like you. We've bonded over food, our love of food, and I do love being able to do it. Like, I'm standing outside in the pouring rain here in Ireland with a pair of wellies on, a jacket, and an umbrella while I'm barbecuing or making pizza on a Friday night. So, you know,
love it.
I keep saying to him, I need to get like a proper setup of an outdoor kitchen. Imagine what it'd be like if I had to think, nope, not entertaining it until you figure out everything else. No.
So I suppose what's your... No, wait, before we go down that route, no. We're going to do this first. Right. So these ones are Inferno sauces, and we're starting with one chili, all the way through to 2, 3, and then I think the last one is 4 chilies, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go.
This one is great with eggs.
Yeah, I can see that being good with eggs. That is good.
Breakfast tacos, Tom.
Ooh. What do you have in your breakfast tacos, out of interest?
Egg, sausage, crispy bacon. I love crispy bacon, but I love it like chopped up. So I usually chop up like pancetta.
Yeah.
And then lash into this sauce. Done.
all over it. To be fair, in the mornings I am a Cholula guy. So if I'm gonna have like an omelet or something like that, I love a Cholula. But again, obviously that's a different brand, isn't it? It's a mix. Sorry, I'll definitely be using this next time.
Oh no, but like, to be fair, it is a great brand. Chili garlic is impossible to get anymore. So when I find like bottles of the chili garlic, I will go and buy 10 or 12 of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's an absolute bomb. Okay, so we're gonna switch it up now. If you were a Marvel character, which one would you be and why?
I'm a bit like Tony
I was going to say, is there a clue in the background?
No, that's Richie. My husband's a huge Marvel fan. I'm DC. I'm actually got Batman. I've got Batman tattoos. I'm a huge Batman fan.
No
but if
way.
I had to be anyone, it would probably be Tony Stark, only because I like that luxury life, cars.
Yeah.
I just
Plus,
love cars.
I was going to say the cockiness of him is just a beautiful thing. Weirdly enough, actually, I actually rewatched 1, 2, and 3 of Iron Man, and I fell in love with it all over again. No idea why I wanted to, but I just did, and it was absolutely brilliant. It was only like not last week, the week before, but yeah, killer. Good choice, very, very good choice. Now, if anybody follows you, so if anybody's watching this and they follow you on Instagram, wait, come on, Tom. Right, the next one.
Let's go.
Number 2. Here we go.
I shouldn't do this, but I'm actually mixing it with the rest of the sauces that's left on my slate.
I've got little pools. I've got little pools on each one. Now, as I was going to say, for anybody, okay.
Woo! It's nice. It's a little bit fruity.
I was going to say I'm definitely getting redder, especially my lips. Right. So anybody that follows you on Instagram or sees you on Instagram, they'll know that you have a particular interest and love, to be fair, for the NFL. But more specifically, exactly, Irish NFL. So I want you to obviously give us a bit of a background as to 1, where this love's come from, 2, why, and 3, I think, forgive me here, but it's like the Irish NFL podcast.
Yeah.
Is that right? You can tell that while I have a swig of water.
I need to take some milk first, actually. So I've always been an NFL fan for as long as I can remember. My dad has 3 girls in the house. He's not a ball sportsman. He's a motorsportsman. So I always used to play like soccer and everything out in the street with the boys. Found American football. Come on, back in the 90s, high contact, smacking each other, concussion central, which is probably really bad now. You know, that's what was going on. So I used to sit under my bed with like a portable TV that like for some reason was in my room. I don't even know how we had it. With a blanket over, watching like Channel 4's reruns and everyone's reruns of like the football during the week.
Right. Okay.
And then as I became an adult, it was more and more like Super Bowl started to take precedence, and Ireland started getting more football through Sky and through different kind of channels. So that's when it started to really kind of take over.
Sure.
So in the last few years, 10 years since I met my husband, we've got a big pool of friends. We all support different teams. We go to the games in London. This year we'll be in London, I'll be in Germany and in the US because I go to the US as well for games.
Okay.
And we do host Thanksgiving here, so it's like a huge affair. Like my Twitter is always full. of like pictures of the food on a Sunday. Like I probably won't eat for a week after it, but it's all part of it, you know.
It's all leftovers for the weeks ahead.
It's 12 hours of football, so you're literally sitting down on the sofa from like 6 o'clock at night, maybe until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Whenever you feel tired, you go to bed, and then you wake up and you kind of it's still on in bed. Like, to be honest, you'll fall asleep, you'll be like, what did I miss? Check the phone, and it is what it is. So this year, late last year, I've always been a fan of the Irish NFL show. Really cool podcast. The guys actually worked with my husband for years, and they asked me to help them out with a few things. And all of a sudden, I've become part of their show, which has been great. So we've hosted a live show in February, just before the Super Bowl, which sold out. It was amazing. We've done some really cool on-premise shows for some of our sponsors. We've got some really cool things coming up over the next few weeks, but the highlight had to be, you know, yesterday being at the launch for the Steelers marketing rights here in Ireland. So Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the oldest teams in the NFL. They're an Irish team, kind of got Irish connections. The family is the Rooney family. So they are now establishing rights here in Ireland, which means, fingers crossed, there's going to be a game here in the next 5 years.
I was going to say, that's a really good indicator for that, right? That's got to be.
It's so cool. Yeah. So we were really excited yesterday to be part of it. It was really cool. My husband's a huge Steelers fan, so I bought him home, you know, a signed towel, and everything was great. But it was really cool to speak to the Rooney family who own the Steelers and speak to their partnerships team, NFL UK, and also to speak with the GAA, who actually is going to be hosting the game if it does happen. It's one of our biggest stadiums, can hold 80,000 people. And it actually happened in the stadium in the 90s. That was the last time a game ever came to Ireland, apart from college football. Because every year the college football opens here in Ireland. And it is amazing. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's huge. Like
I didn't know any of this.
So the event that's coming up is one of the biggest games. It's actually Notre Dame and Navy. It's happening here in Dublin towards the end of August, and we're actually going to be hosting a live event, hopefully before then. But it's going to be like 40,000 people or 40.4 thousand people. The event's completely sold out. It was actually a lottery to get tickets. The College Football Ireland have been working amazingly trying to get the people who normally go to these games every year tickets. It's been just surreal. But the Notre Dame players and the Notre Dame team, the alumni, they all travel. They travel to every game. But I have been getting asked questions, especially by the Pittsburgh team yesterday. Will the drinks be free again? Because last year, the credit card terminals went down in the stadium, and it was across the whole of the media across the US and Ireland and pretty much all over the world. The fact that all the machines went down in the stadium and everyone got free drinking food for like 4 hours.
Oh wow.
I wasn't even drinking, Tom, at the event. I wasn't planning on drinking, and then all of a sudden I had like 4 pints of gin and tonic in front of me, and I was going Richie was kind of going like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm drinking up.
It's free. What do you expect me to do?
I actually that's the thing, I wanted to pay, but then obviously it was like I was like, okay, so yeah.
You just felt obliged to take part.
It was amazing PR for the stadium, amazing PR for college football. But yeah, there's 40,000 Americans coming back here again in August, and it's just going to be amazing. That takeover for the week is always the best week in Dublin for the summer.
Love that. Absolutely love it. Well, okay, moving on to your next love. So as I said, we've covered tech, we've covered NFL. Now, by the way, you've made me consider going to my first NFL game ever, because I've never been to one, and I'm definitely gonna do it. I just think it might just be a really cool experience anyway. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into it. Moving on to your next love, which is cooking. You and I, as you said earlier, we have bonded over Instagram over cooking. I love cooking. You love cooking. We love posting our cooking. Oh yeah, we gotta eat the wing. We gotta eat the wing.
Yeah, you gotta do this.
Oh, here we go. Right, okay. So again, level 3 out of 4. You can tell this one's hotter immediately.
You can feel it at the back of your throat. It's not even in your mouth, it's actually at the back of your throat when it hits it.
Yeah. I see what you mean. It's gone right to the back.
You see, I told you, it's not here, and it's not in the roof of your mouth. It's like literally your tonsils are on fire.
Stop licking your fingers, Tom.
I keep doing that, and I keep saying, what am I at? And then I go back.
Oh, Christ. Right, okay. Okay. I'm
gonna grab some
so
yogurt while
cooking.
you're asking the question, yeah?
Yeah. What is it you love about cooking? No, one sec. What is it you love about cooking, and what's your go-to comfort food?
I love food. Absolutely love food. I grew up in a house that never had exotic food. We always had like traditional Irish food, so bacon and cabbage, soups, Sunday roast, you name it.
Boiled food. Boiled food.
Well, yeah. That's how we do it back in the country. And I remember, asking to have peppers one day, and everyone was like, "What?" Now my mum is great. She's changed her ways completely, and like she has sweet chili sauces, and she's got loads of different sauces. She's always asking me questions about items. So it's great to see that they've come full circle on the food, and they're really adventurous now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always been something I loved. I loved watching cookery shows, baking. My granddad was a confectioner. He was a baker for years. He was actually a world champion, and he traveled around the world at one stage, way back in the 60s and 70s, actually teaching people how to bake. So that was it's always been in the blood. We always were around food, but it wasn't until I moved out and I was in college that I actually realized I want to start making things. This is what I want to do. I love it. And I cook every day, except for one day a week. It's usually Thursday. We go out, we have some food in town, just see what's new. But absolutely love it 100%. Yesterday we were at the lunch for the Steelers, and one of the guys, Brian, who works with me on the podcast, he's a really nice guy. He actually said, "I've never seen anyone to get excited about food as what I've seen with her." He was like, everyone else is tweeting away pictures about the football and everything on a Sunday. And he goes, I open up my phone and there's loads of pictures from her. Oh, I just made all this, and it's like, that's what an air fryer is for. That's what the Ninja Foodie is.
I was going to say, that's why the gadgets are here.
Exactly. It makes everything all in one go. But yeah, no, I love it. I love Asian food, Asian flavors. I love that kind of fusion type element. Comfort food, though, that's a really tricky question, because I do love a lasagna with coleslaw and chips.
Yeah. Oh, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You got me at lasagna, and then you said coleslaw and chips.
Yeah, it's like an Irish staple. It's carb on carb violence. It's absolutely amazing, with really, really creamy mayo type coleslaw. Oh,
coleslaw.
Epic. Absolutely epic.
So that one really stuck around with me, on my tongue, on the top of my lip. Oh my god. Right. So the next one, okay? No, wait. So your comfort food is officially lasagna, coleslaw, and chips.
Yeah.
You nutcase.
Oh, look, don't knock it till you try it. Seriously, go do it.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. I'll look at it. I'll give it a go. So for anybody watching this from the start, you will know that before you take a bite out of that, 1 second. So this came from the original series on YouTube called Hot Ones, right?
Yeah.
So in true Hot Ones style, I'm going to apply one more dab of that. Okay. Now you can decide if you want to do it or not, or if you want to be a wuss, whatever. It's up to you.
You know me, I don't play chicken.
So, everyone can see in the camera there the pool that is that, and almost radioactive red that it is.
It's on my hands.
Okay, so this one being the last of the Inferno sauces, and it's the level 4. Bottoms up. Khristina, well done. We've got this far. Let's go.
Oh, after taking the whole thing in my mouth, sucked the sauce up.
I was going to say, that's gone, guys.
Oh my god. I love this sauce, and you think I'd be a pro at this right now, but I'm feeling it. Oh my god.
Get it off my lips.
Don't brush your teeth after. That's all I can say. Just don't do it. That's just torture to yourself. Don't use mouthwash. It's just take it from someone who knows.
Okay, so I've got my nose running. Okay, so in your life or career, What's been the best advice you've been given? Apart from not to do this.
I wish it was that, actually. I think my dad's advice has always stuck with me the whole way through my life, and even now, which is, don't look at others of what they have and be jealous about it. Look at them and say, what do I need to do to have that? And that's something I've applied my whole way through my life, everything I've done. And then I think I've never settled. That's something personally. When I first went into the industry, I actually was a scientist. I was studying to do a PhD in
no
Sweden.
idea. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was actually doing a PhD in cancer therapy in Sweden, and I needed to pay for it. My family didn't have the means and funds to be able to do that. They also had 2 other kids they needed to put through secondary school and college and everything.
Yeah.
So I went working after my degree as a receptionist in a hotel. Said it's only going to be a summer job. Promised my mum it would only be a summer job. Because she worked in the service industry for years, and she just, she knew what it was like and how intense it could be.
Yeah.
And 11 years later, I'm still here.
I love that.
And just kept moving every time. Like you've seen my LinkedIn, you've seen my CV. We had this conversation.
Yeah.
My CV got around a lot because it was one of these things where it's not that I became bored, but I knew I had so much experience and so much more to offer in the industry that I just needed to move a lot. And I have to say, Anne-Marie Trainer from Delata took a chance on me way back and gave me a revenue job. And I stayed with her for years. Really sad when Delata moved me to a different hotel away from her. But yeah, it's been surreal.
I love that advice. Only because we find ourselves, I suppose, in a time where we're constantly comparing ourselves to others. And that rate of the quantifiable evidence of success is so relative to each individual. Oh God, I don't know why I'm trying to say this when I'm in this sort of pain. That we become so engrossed in what everyone else is doing, and we immediately compare it to them. And as you say, if we focus on what we've got going on, we will ultimately get to where we want to be. But the more that we focus on what other people are doing, the less we're focused on ourselves. It's just the absolute basic fundamentals of, and I put it down, and I've done this for quite a long time now, over the last few years, but it comes down to self-love. If you're focused on yourself and your family and where you want to get to, ultimately that's self-love. As soon as you start putting that focus on something else, you're taking that percentage away from you. So your 100% goes down to 80 because 20% of it's there, and then 10%'s there, and then 3%'s over there. And before you know it, you're all the way down to 40 or 30%. And you're not doing what you should be doing for yourself. So I love the advice. Absolutely. And to have that from a parent quite early on in life as well, it sticks with you. So fair play. I love that. I absolutely love it.
100%. I'm very privileged because both my parents never went to university, and I was the first one in both sides of the family to go to university. And again, that was, I think, my dad's way of molding us and making sure that we were aware of, how lucky we were, but also that, you can strive to be better, you can do better, and you just need to apply yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, there is one more question, but there's no sources. There's no wings. We've done it. We've made it. Congratulations. I don't know if congratulations is the right word. But who's going to be your nominee? So who are you nominating to do this next? And I'm going to do it. Go. Who is it?
I am nominating Catt from Hotel Res, who was just on your show recently. I've known Catt for a very, very long time, a fellow Irish person, so we need to keep it up. But she is the queen of direct booking. She is the face of hospitality, websites, Synexus. She's amazing. And I definitely think people learning more about her, because we always know about what she does and how what she does has an impact in the industry. I think knowing extra little bits about her is going to make it even just more, make her even more amazing to everybody.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Catt,
absolutely.
I'm really, really sorry.
I was going to say, she's going to be so annoyed. Okay, well, guys, I'm going to be getting in touch with Catt over the next few days to give her the bad news. We'll be sorting her out with some delicious sauces. And Catt, if you're watching this, good luck, and I'll be in touch. Khristina, thank you so much for taking the time out to do this. It was one of those things, right, where it was born out of an industry that was unfortunately in a really bad state during the pandemic, and it was just a bit of comic relief, and it's just become something that a lot of people find a lot of fun in. And it's a bit of a laugh, and as you say, you get to just know the person behind the job title a little bit more. So I know it's been a little bit painful, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you've had a good time.
I really did. I wish I never licked my fingers though. And the table.
My eyes are watering like crazy. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. We hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the one that Catt does next. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.